crazy? You don't say. You don't say. Hello, hello all. Welcome to our New Year's Eve stream. I don't know, just happened to be the last day of the year. It happens to be the day that I'm feeling better enough to stream. So nice view. Yeah, Gene never fails to have a good view. Good morning, Victoria, Australia, and a very happy new year already. 2025 in Jeff's land already. Cat butt. Yep, always cat butt. Always cat butt around here. So, yeah. Hello from Canada. Welcome in, welcome in. Gene. That's not helpful. It's not helping. Bonk. Silly cat. Silly cat. Let's get the second angle camera. Check it. Hi. There we are. I haven't tried bonk. I'm gonna try something real quick. Animal tracking. Oh, it picked up Gene. Oh, look at that. I'm using the OBSBot tail air for the second angle camera right now, so it's got Gene tracking on right now. Jeff, what is it like in the future? What is it like in the future? A wild... do we have flying cars yet? Finishing up my lunch. This does a surprisingly good job of tracking Gene. I'm gonna have to remember this for whenever we set up a cat cam or a Nori cam, when we get Nori into streams more. We could not Chom Dad's fingers. Okay, we can stop tracking now. Operate this manually. Hi. Okay, novelty of that away. Is this the start of the cat cam? I mean, kind of. Yeah, kinda. Sure. We got some things in the works as far as that is concerned. I got some feelers out to get that project done. So cat cam will be coming to streams at some point. But oh, excuse me. Okay, so back to the Voron 2.4 build today, and last time we left off with the setup. How's the puppy doing? Puppy's doing great. She's good. She's just a lot, and I didn't want to bring her on. She's way too high energy for stream at the moment, so like we got to get her to calm down a couple notches, I think. No, Ruby's going away in like a week, back to Philadelphia to work for a week or two. So while she's gone, I'm sure we're gonna have some streams. I'm gonna set up a puppy pen out here, and we'll set up a camera on her. Maybe we'll put the tail layer on it and it can follow her madness as she runs around and complains, probably. So last stream, we worked on the Fetus hotend assembly. Picture in picture with the puppy cam. Oh, it'll happen. It'll happen. I already set up a scene with picture in picture, so it'll happen. Oh, how dare you bring us back down to reality, Jeff? How dare you? Let me grab something real quick here. Thanks. Okay, so my hotend mount, I know I've announced it everywhere. Many of you probably saw, but my hotend mount design, I did release this for the Fetus drop effect Next G hotend. We worked on the stream last week. While I was sick, I finished up the design work and got it ready for prime time. So it's assembled, it's ready to run. It is, of course, a two-piece housing, standard Stealthburner design. There are two, let me bring it back. There are two versions of the front, which is just ADXL mount or not. Mine doesn't have an ADXL mount on it because I'm not going to use it. So I took the threaded inserts off. Doesn't really save weight or anything. It's like 0.2 gram weight savings or something like that. It's negligible, but we wouldn't use small picture and puppy full screen. Okay, we'll figure that out. I mean, that's fair. So She's definitely a lot more of a star than I am. Okay, Helga, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see, what is it? 2 o'clock here, so it's what, 10 over there now? That's not what I want. Okay. 11. Okay, so you've got an hour till prime time. Jeff's already in the future. Tweet reminder, thank you. Tweet reminder, thank you. Hybrid Robotics became a channel member. Thank you very much, Hybrid Robotics, for joining up. The support is appreciated. Okay. 2 hours. I'm from the future, yes. And Carrie, 2 hours from you. Quite a few hours away from me, but tweet, tweet, tweet. Where are my tweeters? There we go. Thank you for the reminder. That is done. Threads. Welcome in, Robot Overlord. And Blue Sky. There's just too many platforms right now. Too many platforms. Can we all just abandon Twitter and do Blue Sky already, or Threads or something? I don't know. The channel logo changed. Yes. Let's highlight that really quick. Yes, the channel logo did change. Let me grab the new one. I just updated it right before stream. Bring this over here. The channel logo, we actually have one now. For months now of Mandic Labs existing, I've just used a holdover one from Mandic Really, which is like the secondary logo on Mandic Really, the M, Neon Tube M. So now we have an official Mandic Labs logo, and that is this one right here. So this was one of my Christmas presents from Ruby, my wonderful in-house design team. She came up with this kind of like beaker schematic crossover design. So it's like a beaker with my colors in it, but then it's a diode and kind of a schematic image kind of going on. I really like what she did. It has the chalkboardy look to it. So Mandic Labs, I like it. I appreciate it. And of course I can take the chalkboard aesthetic off of it for purposes where I may want to like print it or something, and the chalkboard wouldn't carry over quite as well, but I quite like it. So I'm very happy with that. She made up a couple of little things for me. With Nori coming into our lives this year, diode transistor mix, yes. And so with Nori coming into our lives this year, that was kind of the family Christmas present. So, we didn't really do much beyond that. Could totally see that silkscreened on PCB. Me too. So in the future, when I'm sure, I've got plenty of projects where I should probably be designing my own PCBs, but I won't be yet. I need to hone those skills. Mine are very rudimentary. But in the future, I could definitely see this on some PCBs. So, cool. All right. So, first thing I know I want to get to on stream is a hurdle. I was tempted not to do this on stream, but I feel like it's just going to make for some content, and I might as well. There's something about switching to the 2209 USB board that's a bit of a problem. See, I'm switching to the Big Tree Tech 2209 USB. Let me switch to the tail layer and see if we can zoom in on this. So, let's keep zooming. Anytime now. Here. So this PCB on the back of the fan, on the Stealthburner, why are you moving? Oh, normal tracking off. So this PCB right here are you trying to focus on my face? What? Yeah, global focus. There we go. So this PCB right here is the fan PCB. You know, it connects via these pins to the main board for the Stealthburner Toolhead board, and then breaks out the fan for the hot end, the part cooling fan, the RGB for the Stealthburner. Now you can adjust what voltage this outputs, and I need to do that because my part cooling fan is 24 volts. My hot end fan is 5 volts. So I need these to be set to different voltages. There's a problem with that on this board. It is adjustable, but you have to desolder a capacitor and then resolder it in a different position. I don't know why at Big Tree Tech in their infinite wisdom that was the way to go about this, but it's not a good idea. But it's content. So we're going to mess with that. I have only ever done this in a very messy fashion. So this is going to get interesting. Speaking of which, to do this, I have a couple of things. So one of which is this company sent me a digital microscope recently. So I was recently sent this by his company, just asked me to kind of promote it. Excuse me. And whatever, I'll drop a link once I get it out of the box. So we're going to set up this magic smoke stream. Oh yes. So we got to set up this digital microscope. Digital microscope 246. I should probably find the link for this so I can actually share it. Gene, you're not helping. You gonna unbox it? Let me find it real quick. Is this where the forbidden smoke starts? Yes, it is where the forbidden smoke starts. So, get link. I don't know how good this thing is. I literally have not taken it out of the box yet, but I'm dropping the link in chat. That link is probably broken. Yeah, that link's broken. Let's try this again. Remove. Let's try that again. That link should work. No, I want to go to the external site. Go to site. Yeah, that's the microscope. Okay, a little less than $100 for this thing. So I'm hoping it has an HDMI output so we can hook it up to the stream setup. We'll see. So digital microscope, we get instructions. We got an assembly guide. Cardboard. Our screen. All right, let's get out of here. Come on out of here. And then I got a reflow station too. I've held off getting a reflow station for the longest time, but I finally just bit the bullet and ordered like a cheap Amazon one, but you know. Okay. So this threads into here, looks like. Maybe this angle will be better, probably, except for cat butt. Gene Bean, I think I'm gonna have to put you down. I'm not sure how helpful you're gonna be for, you're definitely not gonna be helpful for soldering. Okay. All right. That goes in there. This goes on here. Yes, this goes on here. Where's our microscope module? Is that our camera module? Looks like it. Or is this lenses? The lack of thumbs. Jean wants to solder. She's an expert. Yeah, she left all of her soldering equipment back. PCB inspector, supervisor. Yeah, I think that is probably the role she is better suited for. Okay. Oh, it's on the camera is on the screen. That makes sense. Can't believe you're about to build the very first Voron 2.5. Yeah. What did I screw up the title of the stream? Probably. No, 2.4. Okay. Oh, where was I at? You know what? I just looking at stuff did remind me. We are going to do a couple of giveaways today on stream. We are going to do a couple of giveaways, so I'm going to drop the link to the form in chat and pin it. 2005 or 2025. I got it. Pin message. Okay, pinned. Before I forget, I should have mentioned this already by now. So we are going to be doing giveaways on stream today. I got a couple of things I'm going to give away. So we've got a LDO Smart Orbiter V3. Happy New Year. Welcome in, Nura. We have a Smart Orbiter V3. So the little compact tool head hot end extruder combo. Will you ship to Canada? Yes, I will ship international with this. This is all on me. These were not provided by these companies for giveaway. This is me just being like, hey, I've got a couple of things here. I'm going to give them away. We have the new Opus 2 extruder from Fadis. So the Opus 2, their new kind of compact, slick extruder design. I showed this in my Home Assistant video. And I want to check the last one. I'm pretty sure I have. Yes, I do. No. Do I? I don't. Damn it. I thought I did. Okay. So the last one, I've got a Fadis carbide tip nozzle, the silicone carbide nozzle for Creality. So K1, the unicorn nozzle, K1 V3, Ender 3 V3 Plus, that hot end nozzle. Did my wife just admit she wants a Prusa XL and a Cocoa Press? If only the wallet agreed. Yeah. Let me take that out of the form real quick. I thought I had an extruder nozzle to throw in there, but I don't. Okay, updated. Form updated. Okay. So it's pinned in chat. We'll draw later, not sure where. Form says Chaotic Lab. What the heck? I updated it. Did I not publish it somehow? Oh, it's just the title. Okay. It should be updated now. New Year's giveaway. So the description says it. Yeah. I just forgot to update the title. So, okay. Now, this, I gotta pull these thumb screws off the side. Is it worldwide? Yes, I will ship worldwide. Yes. I'll probably regret it, but I will. Take those off. Probably regret it. I know the last contest winner, giveaway winner was in Canada, I know, so. Do you have an HDMI output? It's a mini HDMI. We might be able to work with that. Okay. Hello, Joe Show. Welcome in, Brian. Welcome in, Brian Guthrie. Okay. I can put this lens back on. You signed up before it edited. Do you need to fill it out again? I don't think you should have to. Let me check. I don't think so. I think you're good. I also think I didn't clear it from last stream. Oops. Or did I? Looks like I did. It's fine. We are going to do, I'll try to do the giveaway earlier than I normally would. I usually wait toward the end of stream. We'll probably do it maybe we'll do it when it hits New Year's. Okay, here's the thing. We got 3 things to give away. The LDO Smart Orbiter V3, the Opus 2 extruder, and the silicone carbide nozzle. Let's do, letting you fill it out multiple times, of course. Are we streaming till at least midnight? Not my time. What I was going to say is, when it hits midnight Germany, we'll do one giveaway. Helga's in here, or was in here anyway. We're 30 minutes away from that, where it hits midnight in Germany. When it hit midnight in Britain, we'll do another draw. And then, so each hour we'll do a draw. And you have to be present to win. I don't know if I put that in the form. I think I did, because it's you got to pick. I'm not going to decide what you get. You're going to pick. Yeah, must be present on stream to win and get pick the prize. So, yeah. So, okay. Now this. Oh no, scary screen peel. She got a scary screen peel. Power supply. Standard wall wart. Nothing special. I was told I'm not present even when I am. Oh. Existential presence is between you and whatever higher power for stream purposes. Perfect stream to finish my positron. Cool. I also wanted to crowdsource opinions on what I should. Crowdsource opinions on what I should name, or what name? Color scheme for my positron, because that's going to be one of our next builds on stream. As we're kind of slightly coming down the home stretch of this project, that thought crossed my mind. Plug this in. I want to decide what color scheme I want to go with my positron build. Still getting over being sick, so. Purple and gray. Sounds like a nice color scheme. I need to order filament blue and purple. I was thinking, my first thought, let me pull up Polymaker ASA here quick. Okay, so my first thought for Prushatron with Cookie CAD, I think Nomad did a Cookie CAD colored one. Let's pull up what a positron looks like first off. You know, Nomad, I can't see what the positron looks like in the first page. Okay, so I'm thinking, my thought was, now there is Midnight Meteorite and Planetary Blue, both from West 3D. Okay, let me open that up quick. Take a look. I don't have much ambrosia. You can see it on the first page, you just need to turn the page upside down. Yeah. Let's look. See, my first thought for what color, what's Planetary Blue? Is this Planetary Blue? Terrestrial Blue. I do quite like that. So my thought for it, my first thought was, I'm not seeing it. ASA, oh, it's, where the heck is Pop Blue? Yeah. So my first thought was Pop Blue. Looks similar to Pop Blue. My first thought was Pop Blue. I'm thinking Pop Blue and my thought was Pop Blue and like this neon red magenta ABS. I don't know. I was mostly thinking pink and blue in one build, but this is like really red when it's not under blacklight, and it wouldn't be under blacklight much in my studio. So, I don't know. Let's look at ambrosia. I love Pop Blue. Yeah, I've got a full spool of Pop Blue. There's Pop Pink. There's pop pink. I think I might have pop pink. I don't remember. So I can do pop blue and pop pink, which are good colors to go together. Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of leaning toward pop blue, but I haven't looked at ambrosia enough. Ooh, there's the grape ambrosia. It's more of a magenta. Prince of Purple ambrosia. Where's Prince of Purple? Probably not in this listing. Product type. Filament. Where's your filament? Oh, filament's in its own heading. All right, let's filter ABS and ASA. What do we have for ASACF? Dolos ASA? Which is the Dolos? I forget. We looked at the regular. There's galactic. Galactic green, planetary blue. Galactic gray. Ah, yes, Kenneth. Kenneth was the one who won the last giveaway. Did you, I mean, it's holiday time, so I don't imagine you would have yet, but did you receive your tap kit yet? There's Uber ABS. Nah, there's not a lot new Uber ABS. Kind of generic pink. Borg green. Galactic green. Wouldn't recommend it for functional parts. I think most of the functional parts on a positron, most of the functional parts on the positron are CNC, I believe. So I don't think it's as big of a deal on a positron build. Yeah, Canada Post was on strike. I remember hearing that. Oh, Dolos, there it is. So Prince of Purple Dolos. Ooh, that is good. Or titanium. I have a spool of titanium polycarbonate. They gave me a spool of, like, I think titanium polycarbonate, but yeah. That Prince of Purple is pretty freaking cool. All right. Actively dried while heating. I can do that. I can do that. I can see it's definitely got that kind of sheen to it, like it probably has adhesion issues and absorption issues, but yeah. Ambrosia matte, or matte ABS. Hadn't looked at these yet. I like that color, but I don't know. I don't like it for this build, but camo pattern posi with the with the XL, doable. That's, oh, British Racing Green. That's what color that is. Yep, I see it now. Ambrosia ASA needs a good drying first. I mean, they're in the Pacific Northwest with me. Honestly, I'm drying a lot of stuff anymore. It's just so humid up here. Just makes sense. Very similar to Cookie Cat Dark Magic ABS. It's kind of what I expected when you said that. So, okay. All right, I got stuff to think about. Maybe I'll put together a couple of color combinations and put them up on Discord, and we can, like, what do you call it? Vote on them or decide. Cookie Cat Pixie Dust ABS would be great. You invest in poly boxes. I have a couple, but I need to get more. I've been using the Sunlu dryer lately. So, okay. Back to setting this thing up. I want to see if we can get this... get an image out of this thing first off. Turn on. Ah, okay. There it is. Yeah, it was like, I can't see anything. It's because it's looking at a black backdrop. Duh. I'm waiting on Sunlu E2 110 to dry all my nylon. Yeah. That's the biggest thing. I've held off on a lot of dryers. Sovol. I've been using a Sovol dryer. That's what I've been using, not Sunlu. But yeah. Welcome in. Welcome in. Okay. Let me figure out this thing real quick. See if I got a... Ah, there is a HDMI cable. So I should be able to get this plugged into the switcher. We'll see about getting this plugged in. See how it works. If we can get an image out of it. I just want to figure it out real quick. And then we can move on to the reflow station. What is that? You're not helping. That's not very helpful, Gene. And there she goes. Okay. Plug this in. All right. I'm going to try this real quick. Oh, camera dropped out. I don't know why my camera just dropped out, but I want to check this real quick. Let me plug it into the other HDMI connection in the front of the thing, front of the desk. Yeah, I don't know why my main camera. Yeah, blame Gene. That's a reasonable blame. Ah. Okay, main cam working again? No, it's not. 1 second, I gotta try and reset this real quick. Properties. There we go. Okay, now let's try and switch cams. There we go. Sorry for this, but there is the microscope. Okay, so microscope's working, and I've got it hooked up with a camera angle, which is why I set up this angle. So when we set up we get it going. Donald, welcome in. Okay, so microscope's working. Now it's time for the reflow station. Reflow station time. Okay. $100 for a Cobra 2 Pro. That is a pretty good deal. Okay, now the reflow station that I got. Hot air station, whatever. Not really a reflow. Is it? I don't know. I don't know what qualifies as a reflow versus blah, blah, blah. I think it maybe a heated bed volume. I don't know. Hot air rework station. I just bought a cheap thing. I have no idea if this thing's any good. I'm gonna drop it in chat anyway. Whatever. This is the one I got. $40 freaking, you know. I was like painting about buying something more expensive or what, and I just said, you know what? I'm gonna get the cheap one. I've gone this long without it, so we shall see. Crinkly, crinkly plastic. Why does it seem like this camera keeps moving? Gene, you just gonna stare? Yes, she is. All right, there's a holder. That's nice. Ah, tweezers. Cheap tweezers. But they have them. Comes with them. Something. Oh, there it is. Nothing special, but I don't need anything special. I just need to be able to frickin' loosen up this capacitor and move it from one pad to another. One simple project. And this is where I'm like, for soldering camera, there was one that attaches to a light magic arm mount that I was looking at. I'd be curious about that. Like I said, this one was provided to me. I I haven't used it. You saw me take it out of the box. I don't know. We shall see. I'm sure focusing is going to be the biggest problem here. You know, getting a good focal plane or figuring out. There's also a handful of lenses that came with it. 90 to 100 millimeter distance, or 300 millimeter, 4 to 5. What length is this one? I want to check. Come on out. This one is 12 to 320. Okay, sure. Does this focus? Oh, it does have depth focus. Okay. I just realized this barrel turns for focus. So this is probably going to be the good setting right where I'm at, I think. We shall see. Yeah. Okay. I need a tighter tip on the hot rework station. There's a tooty one. Gene Bean, I think we're going to start making some heat now, so it's probably time for you to go under the table. Why don't you go hang out on the bed? 113 watching and only 21 likes. Thank you, Jeff, for pointing that out. The last stream of the year, folks. Oh. And just a cheapy silicone mat to throw on here so I'm not like overheating the bench or the and also to give me a gray backdrop for the camera. Okay. Now I got to pull this PCB off of here. I get the PCB off of here so I can work with this. Like count only updates when refreshing the stream. I know that. I just like to joke along with that. Oh, there's only so many likes. Yeah. I could probably see it on mine. I just don't look at I don't look at the main dashboard while I'm streaming. I look at OBS, which has the chat pulled up in it now, so and I have it in like a window view. So okay, here's our PCB. Let me focus. Let me see if I can focus on this. Ah, yes, here we go. Ooh, I like this. Yeah, my eyes are getting old and this is kind of nice. Okay, I'm gonna switch camera angles real quick so I can adjust that camera real quick as I open Discord by accident. All right. Picture in picture, boom. Here we go. I'm gonna move myself a little bit up into the corner. Which microscope is that? I linked it earlier. Domenico, welcome in. Hello, Dom. I will drop it in chat real quick again. Error. It's less than $100, and honestly, my initial impression, this is a 1080p image. I think it looks pretty good. So just dropped in chat. Okay, so can I make adjustments? Probably. I could probably adjust things here, but I'm not going to bother right now. So what I was talking about here, this is the capacitor I was talking about. That this needs to be removed from here and moved from this lug to this lug. So it still needs to go on that center pad. So that must be where power comes in. And then it either steps down, sticks to the 24 volt source voltage or steps down to 5 volts. I need it to step down to 5 volts. This will now show up your soldering skills, my lack thereof. So this is going to be fun. Now these other ones, like this one is our part cooling fan. This one, I think, can be changed on the PCB. This is a 1.5, this is a 2 millimeter hex. 2 millimeter hex you're looking at right now. That's a 1.5 hex. LTT precision screwdriver right there, folks. These really could have been jumpers. It really could have. Or a solder pad. Yes, there's a 5-volt pad down low. Oh, you're right. There it is. 5-volt, 24-volt. I think that one is for this header. So, oh, yeah, here it is. Okay, so for this one, if you want to change the part cooling fan, you move it from here to here, it looks like, or here to here. I can't tell which. Yeah, the middle one. You're right, right here. Either way, my part cooling fan is 24 volts. So this is staying 24 volts. That's good for me. I need to move this one. That's all I need to move. There is the four terminal one. So if you want tachometer fan connection, that does exist on here. I'm not doing that. I'm just 2-wire right to here. I just need to move this. Hot air. Dom, we're going to do hot air. I just pulled out the hot air station. So this project was the excuse to get a hot air station, break out the microscope. This PCB design is a bit of a head scratcher. I agree. See, to me, now I'm not a PCB designer. I don't know. You know, I don't know this stuff. But to me, the more logical sense here would have been to, if it's me, if you're using the same capacitor for both circuits, so either way, this capacitor is getting used. To me, it would have made sense to have this capacitor like over here in this empty area or something, and then just have solder pads that bridge. So that's, if you're going to go the solder method, just have solder bridge, a solder bridge. You break the bridge if you don't want 24 volts. That would be as simple as it needs to be. If you don't break the bridge, it's 24 volts. If you break the bridge, it's 24 volts. You know, like plenty of things do that, and that's way easier than this is. Rather than move, you could solder this, do the solder off of the top pad, lift it, flip it over, and put it to the other one. Potentially. I don't know how this is going to go. But the 2209 with CAN is much better. Why not just use the 2 pins on the tack fan? Because I still have to move that one too. If I use, oh, it is in 5 volt already. You're right. I didn't notice that. Well, because we're going to mess around with this. You are right, Aaron. That would be the smart maneuver. When have I ever put my money on the smart maneuver? So where's the fun in that? I just got all these fancy new toys and I didn't notice I could do that. Okay. Brian, Ballistic Tech, are the jumper pin headers just too big for this application? Yes. There's no room in here. In here, there's no room to have pins, headers, jumper headers on here. But what folks are talking about here is here's the 2209 CAN version. This is the CAN version of the 2209. It's time to try science. And these jumpers right here are your fan voltages. So these jumpers right here are your fan voltages on the CAN board, which is a vastly superior design. Sure it's capacitor, normally it's a resistor. I honestly don't know. I'm guessing just because it looks like a capacitor in a PCB. I don't know. You could be right. So on the 2209 CAN, this is how it works. You switch jumpers, very easy. The problem is it uses these super small Pico blade connectors. So they use that to make up all the space, these tiny, tiny connectors that are a nightmare to crimp. I'm gonna have to adjust focus here. The new board, the CAN board, the USB board we're putting in here, the USB board uses proper, let me see if I can turn on light here. I think this has a light. Yeah, it does, but I don't know how to turn it on. Menu? There we go. Menu's hiding behind me. Sorry, I'm just messing with the menu system real quick. I'm gonna bump up exposure a hair here. Ah! Yeah, okay. I can't really do much. Okay, anyway. There's just no room on the USB version. The USB version has the JST connectors on here. The USB version has bigger connectors. They're going to be a lot easier to work with. And all of the room on this PCB we would use is taken up by that fact. Now, that said, I think they wasted a lot of room. I think they wasted a lot of room on this PCB, such as looking back here, it's got 2 USB ports on it. These are downstream USB ports. 2 of them here, and there's actually a third one here. It's hidden by this mount, unfortunately, but there is a third USB port back here. So I don't understand why it needs 3 downstream USB connections on it, but it's got them. So like, I feel like they could have gotten away with 1 or 2 USB connections and given us a jumper point somewhere. I don't know. I don't know, but whatever. I've been hearing people having problems with this board. I'm going to find out. Only one way to find out. I am going to be using one of those USB connections. Yes, for beacon. I am going to be connecting one of my, one of these USBs I'll be using to connect my beacon to. But why would I need 3 USB ports inside of a tool head? I can only use two, and there's the other factor too of the USB ports. You can plug a camera, so I could plug like a 3DO nozzle camera into one of those. Cool. But you can only plug 1 camera into it. So it's not like I could have multiple angles of nozzle cameras, but I think I can run a nozzle camera and a beacon at the same time. So there's a use for 2 downstream connections. Again, I don't know why 3. Maybe USB Konami, maybe, but the Konami's wireless. Konami V2 is wireless. It has an ESP32 module on it, doesn't it? I think. People say they have issues with CAN. I don't. The CAN board on my Stealthburner has been really reliable. This thing was really reliable. The biggest reason that I'm moving to USB here is a solution looking for a problem. Yeah. The biggest reason I'm moving to USB is the beacon. It's the beacon. Because I'm going to connect my beacon and I don't want to like cable run a whole second cable back to my Pi. I don't know. 10 minutes till midnight as per usual. I lost money betting on the royal speech. Totally unfamiliar as a American, but sorry to hear that. I'm a USB guy. I'm also the E guy, putting umbilical on my V0. Nah, no umbilical on a V0 for me, but. So we are 10 minutes away from the giveaway. Pinned in the chat, we'll be doing the first drawing for the giveaway. Okay, so let's take a look at this thing. I don't know if we're going to start doing this. I don't know if we're going to start doing this before before that time. I feel like we got plenty of time to do it. I don't know. We're going to find out. I have never used a hot air rework station. Ever. So, first time for everything. First time for everything. Just going to move things a little bit here. Okay. I'm gonna get the like stand mount for the rework station so I have a place to sit it down out of here. Okay. Powering on the hot air station. Worst case, we melt the whole thing. How bad would that really be? I mean, I've got the CAN board to go back to, so could be worse. Problem is finding motion-rated USB cables. I have found motion-rated USB cables. They are very expensive. Okay, what temperature should we run at? I don't know what a good temperature is. I also don't know if this is in Celsius or Fahrenheit. Tweezers, the smallest tip air gun, are going to be your friend. Yeah, that's what I've got pulled out here. I think it's heating up right now. Yeah, I've got tweezers here. Just the cheapy ones that came with this, but I feel like these are going to be good enough for this. Yeah, that feels like it's going to work. Or maybe coming at it from this angle makes more sense, I think. I've just got to be careful not to knock the rest of these off of here. Hot tweezers are a blessing and a curse. There's a good thought, Dom. I'm going to put on a glove. Okay. Wrist rest helps immensely with a shaking hand. I can rest my hand on the silicone mat here, I think, pretty well, but yeah. I would guess Celsius. Yeah, I would too, but I don't know. I don't know why it's not really... What do I got to do to get the airflow in here? I mean, I could look at instructions, I guess. It's a thought. Okay, air temperature display. It is in Celsius. How do I get the air flowing? It's not really going. Use. Doesn't say. I'm not seeing... I'm wondering if it's one of those, like, it should just work things. Is the connection not good on my... Some don't move air when on the stand. That's a good thought. Oh, you were right, Brian. That was it. It's because it was on the stand. There must be a magnet in there or something telling it not to. Somewhere around 250 should be good. Ooh, you're getting magic smoke off this thing. I don't know if the camera's picking that up at all. First use burn-in. All right, I'm dialing in. All right, 254. Move a little more air. Okay. If you have flux, it'll help immensely. I should flux it before I hot air it, you're saying? I can do that. I can do that. I don't know if I have anything to put flux on with at the moment. I definitely have flux. Where's a little brush? Here's a little brush. Here's a flux brush. Flux melt, flux, melt the flux with the air. Cool, okay. Flux acquired. Flux the hell out of it. It's probably way too much. Also makes it a little difficult to see what I'm doing right now. Make it rain flux. Yeah. Okay. Flux. Your buddy picked up a hot plate preheater. Yeah, I considered it, but this is the first I've really needed this. So it was kind of like my first justification for getting one of these. All right, let's do this. I wonder if... Oh, these are LEDs. Can I turn these on? How do I turn these on? I'm just going to hold this thing down a little bit with one of these like lights that it comes with. Why are you taking it off? 5-volt fan. Yes, I'm running a 5-volt fan, so that's why I'm taking this off. I have to switch it from 24-volt to 5-volt. Don't melt the connector. Yeah. You know what? I should probably put a piece of Kapton tape over the connector. A little bit. Try to anyway. Now that I got flux on it. I have Kapton tape. Where is it at the moment? Here it is. Quick consult with ChatGPT. I will take it. That is who I would ask for such silly questions, but I have chat to ask for me. I would have changed to a 24-volt fan. It's easier. You know, I really considered it. I'm sure I have a 24-volt fan here, but, you know, no. 5-volt fans in series. Why didn't I think of that? Chat, we be free. I mean, I pay for ChatGPT, but still. Maybe I can Kapton tape this down too. It'll help hold it in position. I use Claude. Yeah, Ruby quite likes Claude. She's always telling me to use Claude. But I pay for ChatGPT and it's done me well, so man. 1 minute to midnight in your location. So we're gonna do a drawing in a minute then. So get in your giveaway entries. We'll be doing the drawing very soon. All right, Kapton tape's holding this down. I use Gemini. I have not been happy with Gemini. I have Gemini built into my Google Workspace. And okay, let me put this back on the stand real quick and then we will draw our giveaway winner. Welcome in, Rich. Welcome, Carrie. Carrie, you were here, but welcome. Great luck with it. Happy New Year to the Europeans. Happy New Year. For lead-free solder, peak reflow temp is 240 to 250 C. Okay. Capabilities of Gemini with Google Suite and standalone Gemini is wild. The one built into Docs is disappointing. Yeah, I was excited when I got it built into Google Suite, to Workplace, but it is not good. In Workspace anyway. I pay for Workspace, so whatever. Okay, Happy New Year, folks in Europe. Happy New Year. We're going to do our first drawing of the giveaway. So we've got an Opus 2 extruder, a Smart Orbiter V3, and a Fadis end coat silicone carbide nozzle for a Creality machine. So 1 hour still to go in Britain, and we're going to do the second drawing when it hits midnight for you folks. So I'm going to head into the forum real quick so I can check out the list of winners. Well, entries. Yeah, switch to account. No, I'm in that account. What the heck? Just entered the giveaway. Welcome. Glad you made it in time. Okay, let me switch. Happy health insurance deductible reset. Okay, responses. Viewing sheets. All right, I'm going to copy names. Copy our names. Copy. Random wheel. Wheel of names. New. I always have to go big screen with this. It's annoying. Can't do it in a window for some reason. There's so many things, like, because I work on a TV, as I showed in my one video, There's so many things I can't really do. Okay, let's take a look at the wheel of prizes, the giveaway wheel. That's not the right side. There it is. Okay, give me a number between 1 and 25. Between 1 and 25. That's not what I wanted to do. We're kind of all over the place. 12, 25, 3, 17. I'm looking for the second thing. 5. 12. I saw 12 twice. I saw 12 twice. That's the first number I saw organically pop up twice in a row. So that's what we're going with. All right, I got to make this big so I can actually see the names. Shuffle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. Going back to the side view. Click to spin. My joke one is still on there. Our winner is, looks like CV8 Mate. CV8 Mate is our winner. I'm going to give it 5 minutes. 5 minutes from now, it is 3:03 p.m. where I am, 3:08 p.m. CV8 Mate, if you don't chime in the chat, we're going to draw again. Just to be fair, 5 minutes. CV8 Mate. Just chime in the chat. Let me know you're here and which prize you want, so we know what's up for grabs for the next round. So, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna head to. I will speak up again in a moment, in a few, and we will get back to this. Up, CV8 Mate, you're here. Cool. Okay, you've got the choice of. You have a choice of an Opus 2 extruder from Phaetus. Opus 2 extruder assembly, a LDO Smart Orbiter V3, or a Unicorn Creality Phaetus end coat nozzle, their silicone carbide nozzle. The LDO Orbiter V3 is an Orbiter V3 extruder and hot end assembly. It's a whole little compact tool head setup. The Opus 2 extruder is a just meant to be high torque, high power new extruder design with a built-in filament sensor. Which would you like? CV8 Mate, let me know which one you would like. That way we know what's left for the rest of the giveaway, which will be happening in just under an hour now. So, cool. All right. Actually, I will try and drop you an email quick. Where am I at here? Sorry, I'm just looking at the form real quick. Make sure I'm not missing. Where I have your contact info properly so I can drop you a quick email. There we go. Nico, hello, hello, welcome in. All right, I'm gonna drop you an email real quick, just to be fair. How's my PNW dialect coming along? Not well. Not especially well. I don't know. I have some I picked up. Like, damn it. I forget which ones. 1 second. I'm drawing. One second, just shooting an email over to CV8 Mate. Just so I can get it done. Has anyone used the Opus 2 extruder yet? I haven't had a chance yet, but I know Zombie Hedgehog's been using it and said that he's been liking it, as far as I know. Okay, email sent. Bloop. All right, now we can get back to this. Okay, time to do some reflow. Trying to figure out what I'm doing here. It's going to be starting the new year with a new and better place to live. I have two, so I'm giving away the second one I have. I still have an Opus extruder of my own that I will use on something, but yeah. Getting a 2.4 back up and running, Rich. Yeah, I want to see that machine back up and running. I'd like to see that. You just got in. Which can did you get, the CAN board or the USB board, Nick? Rich. I know you got the Toolhead board. Okay, let's get this thing heating up. Flux is melting. Hot, 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 getting hot. Not coming loose. Getting hot, not really coming loose. Monster shakes. None of the giveaway items work with my printer. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, I should have thought ahead a little more and tried to get a few more giveaway items in. Unfortunately, just didn't happen. Oof, this is so stuck on there. Come on. I might have to dial up the temperature a little bit. Yeah, bump it to 300. I'm gonna. No Polymaker filament codes. No, you know what? Polymaker has never given me filament codes. Polymaker's never given me filament codes. They supply filament for my projects, but never given me any filament codes to give away. Unfortunately. I've also never asked. In 2025, I think we will make more of an effort on that kind of stuff, as I want this channel, the Mandic Labs channel, to have a little more life this year. We bumped up to 300 now. I can see flux moving. Oh, there, we're getting some wiggle now. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. $350. Yeah, I think we might be going a little warmer. I'm gonna go 325. Split the diff. Don't force it. Okay. Yeah, so I didn't want to. You'll break the pad. That's a good call, especially the one that's kind of... The one's pretty free is the 24 volt pad, which is not the one I need. I need the one that is kind of stuck to. Just trying to give it a little wiggle. I don't know why it's so free on this side and not this side that's closer to the heat. Bit more flux, maybe. Ground plane on one side. That could be a point, maybe. More meat. Ground plane absorbs heat. Yeah, that makes sense. So close yet so far. More heat. Yeah. I'm going to dab some solder or some flux on there real quick and dial up the heat a bit. Going to 3... Well, it just jumped itself to 370. That's what we're going with. Dab a little flux on there. And back at it. 370. We're at 371 right now, so... Ooh, you can see the smoke coming off of it now from the flux. Full send. I mean, it goes to 480 degrees. There's the wiggle. It's almost like it sounds like it's F, not C. It is Celsius. I looked in the instructions. It's Celsius. Well, it doesn't mean that it's an accurate output temperature. This is a $40 rework station, you know. Just because it says it's putting out 450 doesn't mean it is. We're torturing an EBB. Yes, we are. Okay, now we're at 450. I think the corner of this connector is trying to melt on me here. That wiggle is a lot softer now. There we go, it's off. But it also looks like... Did it pull pad with it? I can't tell. All right, I'm going to pull this off, set it aside, put a little flux on those pads. And then should I solder the pad? Dab a little solder on there? And the resistor's broken. Is that the break? Yeah. Tin them. Yeah, okay. Reflow the pads. Okay, on it. Soldering iron's heating up. Throw a little flux on there. A little fresh flux. There's enough pad left to solder. I think so too. We'll see. If there is, there is. If there isn't, there isn't. Yeah. Now, this is ridiculous. Of a company like Big Tree Tech, I'm sorry, but I'm definitely going to be emailing them afterward and letting them know that this is a ridiculous process to change voltages on a fan. I guess this is maybe the alternative, like, it's either this or you don't get fan options, but Check the resistor under the microscope. Here. The resistor's stuck to the... I think the resistor looks like it's okay. Yeah, it's a little nubs of where it was, but... Bridging, yeah, I said it should be bridging. It should be a jumper or it should be bridging if it's going to be anything. EBB 42 doesn't... No, EBB 42 and EBB 36 do not have the option to change fan voltages. You are completely correct about that. So, like, you've got the option here, but this ain't it. You have the option, but this isn't the way I want it. Okay, tin this a little bit. All right, let's retin that pad if we can. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'm gonna soften this one up a little bit. Put a little fresh solder on it. All right. Okay, now right on with the hot air. Right on with the hot air. I gotta like get a grab on this resistor in a way that I'm gonna be able to put it down on there nicely. That doesn't look shiny. Doesn't look to me like they're melting nicely. I probably should have put some flux on those to begin with. Oh, nope. There we go. Boom. Sit down. Pull away the heat. And it moved. Still so freaking fluid. Now when it's up to temp, it's really got heat in it. Ah. Okay. I think wouldn't it be easier to use a soldering iron? The problem with a soldering iron is you can't get both ends of the resistor at one time. It'll find its place, yeah. The problem is it's sticky from flux now. So when I try to move the tweezers, it wants to move. Okay, that side's clearly connected. Hot tweezers, yeah. I think it's connected. I think it is. I don't love that little blob of solder out of the side, but it's not bridging to this connection here, so. When Clipper Cat House? Soon. That is a project, sort of. Bigger resistor is bridged to the small one. I don't think it is. There's a gap there. You can see the line. See the white line between the two of them? If it doesn't work, you at least know what to check. Yeah. If you heat it up, it should find its place. That's a good point. Let's try. Maybe draw it toward the heat a little. There we go. You were right. Boom, it's finding its place nicely. It kind of tilted on me a little bit, but okay, that's a lot better. There we go. Test it with your own meter. Yeah. Let me check. I'm not really sure how I would test with the ohm meter on this particular circuit, though, because I would have had to know what to look for. You just want to see if I got continuity, you mean? So I'm going to leave it there for a second, let it cool before I go moving anything. All right, let it cool off a second. Guessing it's a 0 ohm resistor? No idea. Maybe. We can check resistance on it. Oh, you know what? It kind of popped up a little bit there. It doesn't sit nicely. It's not really sitting very nicely. You are right. So let me try a little more flux. Fresh flux. Because this end over here is up a little bit. I don't love that. Maybe use the iron on the side. Yeah. So I'm going to do that. Reheating the iron now. Reheating the iron. I resoldered it to reset the internal clock. Yes, this is the, we just saved the world. This was the Y2K bug. We just fixed the Y2K bug of 2025. Like liquid flux. Yeah, I don't have any right now. I only got the paste garbage. Hard to believe it was 25 years ago. Yes, yes it is. It's long enough ago that people are writing articles about how it wasn't a thing. So... it's still not, it doesn't want to sit down. It's like it's sitting on top of something. updating the 24 to 25. You're right. It's sitting on top of the, like a solder ball or something. And it doesn't want to get down on it. So I think we're just going to have to check our continuity, check connection. Being an 85 baby, I'm not happy about going into 25. Are we the same age, Rich? I didn't realize we're the same age. Wick it off. I could. I think I'm going to check voltage. Ripped pad might be underneath. Yeah, I think it might be like a bunched up pad. 40 in June. Oh, you're a month older than me, Rich. I'll be 40 in July. So, okay. I'm going to go with it. Because as folks said, I have another shot at this. I've always got this lower fan port down here that I can move if I want, or I do have 24 volt fans. I'm fairly sure I've got some 24 volt fans floating around here. I just didn't want to change the fan. I've been happy with the fan in my machine being what it is. So, okay. I'll take a closer look here, make sure I'm not... Okay, I just wanted to my naked eye, it almost looked like it was bridged over to this one, but it's not. So. It might be anchored by the pad on the other side, yeah. Okay, let me see if I can continuity test the resistor and check what resistance it is. Let's check directly at the resistor and then test out the circuit and see if we can. You are right. It's a 0. Wait, that's voltage. Why am I in volts? I was on volts. It's a 2 ohm resistor, it looks like. 2.5 ohm. It's like a 2.5 ohm resistor, it looks like. Same was on the middle pad. Yeah, a little bit of the pad probably folded up. So it's a 2.5 ohm resistor. Now, I don't have the schematic. Let me pull up the schematic quick. How was the periscope, or the microscope for soldering? Depth perception okay? Depth perception on this thing is actually pretty great. Depth perception was good. The only problem I was having with this is that I had to get close up on here to like work, to see the actual piece below me and to work. And then the screen was a little close to my face, and I could probably use glasses for up close viewing. Happy New Year, Maker Viking! Happy New Year to you. It is actually 2025 for you, so congratulations. Happy New Year. Test the one you moved and compare to the other one. Good call. So, but the fan connector, oh, that's just flux. That's just flux. That's just flux burned around it, so I'll clean it in a minute. Let me check the other resistor here. I'll tell you what, this resistor anyway is reading it like 0.2 ohms. If I can get a good connection on it. Oh no. Yeah, like 0.2 ohms. This one's definitely this one's like 0.2 ohms. Let's check this one up here. It would really help if I could find my other leads and not this alligator clip that I have on here, but I really need a new meter. I've been using this meter for over 15 years now. It's really time. Oh yeah, this one's like 0.3, 0.4 ohms. So we added about an ohm of resistance to this. 2 ohms of resistance. That is questionable, to say the least. But let's see if we can check the circuit itself. Okay, I needed to pull up a schematic to know where I'm testing from to. Shorting the pads with a wire would be a better option. Honestly, bridging would be a better option. I don't understand why they're even using a resistor. I don't get it. If it's a 0 ohm resistor, why wouldn't you just use a solder bridge? And this would have been 100 times easier. I don't get it. But somebody who knows circuits better than me, let me know. And it's not hard to know them better than me. Resistors work with pick and place. That's a fair point. Easier on a pick and place setup. That makes sense. Whoop. Change cameras. Okay, I'm trying to look for the schematic quick. Use a small screwdriver and an alligator clip. Yeah, I can. Alligator clip's working. It's just dumb. Is this? No, wrong one. I need the SB000. Okay, so which one is our fan here? Fan 1. Okay, so we just moved. I think this is this meant to indicate the resistor? Well, so it's DC input to our ground. Could you swap out the display on the microscope to make things a bit easier to see? It has HDMI output, so I could really go from the HDMI output to this TV that's right in front of me. If I was working alone, I would. I was actually finding myself, for my vision, I was finding myself looking at the screen that you folks were looking at points there. Because like up close here, it's just, I start to lose focus right about here, which is about 8-9 inches away from the screen where my eyes start to lose focus, but okay, it looks like we're looking toward the ground, I think, on this. Get an HDMI splitter and you can use a scope as a new scene in OBS. I mean, that's what I'm using. That's what I did here personally, but okay. So I'm going to check to the ground terminal on this. I'll check. Dang it. I just turned on I put it on hold. You can zoom on the schematic. Yeah, I can see what I'm looking at on the schematic. I'm just trying to figure out on here what connectors I'm looking at for 12 and 24. Oh, there it is. Okay, 5 volt to there. All right, I got 0 ohms from the 5 volt terminal on this thing to that resistor. So it's definitely that center is the common ground. You folks are right about that. That center terminal. Precision screwdriver tip. Use that like you were saying. All right, let me put this where you folks can probably see it here. Maybe. Bloop. All right, I'm going to use precision screwdriver tip as a probe, and I'm going to, this terminal is 5 volts. So when I probe here on this solder pad, I've got 0 ohms. Actually, I'm at like 1 ohm. On this solder pad, I'm at like 1 ohm. On this end, I'm at 1 point, I'm at like 2 ohms. And on this, let's go to the ground on this connection. Is it power or ground? Oh, power. I've got like 6 ohms to here. Now it's down to 4. My meter's jumping all over the place. 3 ohms. 3, 4. So I've got like 3, 4 ohms. Is that ideal? No, but I think it's going to be okay. So I'm going to go with it. Yes, I should try and clean it up. No, I do not know what I'm doing to clean it up better. So I don't want to risk messing it up from where it is. And I got connection. So here at the power, I've got 3 or 4 ohms. Resistance is futile, yes. I've got like 0.1 to 1 ohm, somewhere around there on this end of the resistor. And then somewhere between here and here, I'm gaining like 2 ohms of resistance. So it's probably that pad. Fan should max about 1 ohm or 1 amp. Yeah. I mean, this fan is 0.65 watts. So what? 0.65 watt at 5 volts. Watching this, I'm sticking 24 volt. You should. And I am going to reach out to Big Tree Tech and ask them why it is this way after this. So, okay, we're rolling with it. We did it. We made a mess. Whatever. It happened. It got done. Is it good? No. That resistor should pulse width modulate for the fan, so you should be fine. Yes, it will, but it's the no. Yes, but no. Because it's the hot end fan. That is the hot end fan. So it's going to be 100% all the time. When it's on, it's going to be 100%. So if not, we get smoke. Yeah. As long as it works, doesn't need to be pretty. Yep. Just remember to clean the board. That's what I'm heading on now. That's what I'm doing now. Alcohol. Time to bathe it in alcohol. Cool. So, okay. Everything's a smoke machine if you use it wrong enough. Yep. We will find out. We'll find out if this is going to be a smoke machine or not. I did crisp that connector a little bit. I thought it was flux, but it's not. It's crisped. Yeah, well, as long as the fan plug still plugs into it. You should get a Zoe tweezer meter. They don't do voltage, but do resistance better than a multimeter and other stuff. Okay, that's a good idea. Little PCB stuff like this, that makes sense. Okay. Gotta get the flux off around these solder pads a little bit. Still a little junk, a bunch there where I really doused it. According to the manual, it's a fuse? Interesting. Well, then we'll really know if the magic smoke gets let out. IPA and toothbrush. I'm using IPA and paper towel. It's working. Yeah, it's cleaning up. Okay. Okay. All right. So I would say It might be a fuse that is used to select voltage. That makes sense, I guess. I mean, a fuse makes as much sense as anything. Makes more sense that it's a so low resistance at that point. That does make sense. Did better than I could. Hey, it's something. Okay, so this super cheap microscope, I dig it. I mean, I don't know, I dig it. For less than $100, I will definitely be using this again. So, I'm intending, it'd be good if he wouldn't wiggle. Yeah, well, never gonna happen. I am a wiggly one, which is why Nori isn't here, because she's wiggly as hell too. So, what I'm figuring on doing in, I think the final studio setup, I haven't 100% planned it yet, but I think there's probably going to be another bench right back here against this door area. Leaving. All right, Helga, thanks for stopping by. Happy New Year to you. There's going to be a bench along this wall, at least somewhat of it, if not most of it. Do we need to enter to draw for the second round? You shouldn't need to. I'm not going to clear out names. If you haven't entered already, the form is there. But if you already entered once, you're already in. So I'm going to put a bench here, and I'm going to set up an electronics station here. So the microscope, the reflow station, probably my soldering iron. I want to get them off of this bench, and they're going to live right there. And I'll probably set up like an overhead camera or something so we can, on streams like this, we can... What if we already entered twice? Don't worry about it. I'll try and look real quick before I put the names in and just pull out any second entries. Thanks for saying something. What did the previous winner get? I didn't see it in chat. They didn't say in chat. Oh. They took the Smart Orbiter V3. So, sort names and duplicate. Good call. So let me update it real quick. So it's the Opus 2 extruder, just updated. It's the Opus 2 extruder and the silicon carbide nozzle that are left. So, yeah. Okay. Oh, I popped out my freaking controls here by accident. Didn't mean to do that. There we go. Okay. I can clean up some of the stuff. Is this still hot? No, not. Okay. Let's get the reflow, the hot air station out of the way. But yeah, I'm planning to set up like a bench with its own dedicated like webcam or something over there for the limited times we use it on streams. But so in the future, stuff like this, I won't have to set up a whole station. I'll have a setup ready to go, and we can just do stuff like this in the future, more in streams. And hopefully I will learn what I'm doing at some point in there. Some dusty hair, and there's like jean hair in this fan. I got tweezers in my hand. I might as well pull it out. There's like a lot of jean hair in this fan. Shock and awe. Okay, cool. The feed from the microscope seemed to work well. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That was a really clean HDMI feed, I think. So I am not disappointed with that. It's only 1080p, so for like my videos, if I need to use it in video, I'll have to upscale it. But for how much I'm going to be using a microscope in videos, that's fine. So yeah, I'm not disappointed with that. I'm not disappointed with that. For less than $100, I think I'll take it. As far as we know, cat hair is non-conductive. I hope so. I hope so, because if not, a lot of my stuff is in trouble. I got that in the wrong spot. The picture-in-picture native, no, that was me doing an OBS. So the native view out of the webcam, out of the camera from the microscope is this. This is the native view right here. So it's got the the numbers up in the corner here annoyingly, unfortunately. I didn't see how I could get rid of that. Maybe I could in settings, but I didn't see it. But then I set up a scene in OBS with this second camera for the picture-in-picture. So. Ugh. Being sick, my voice is definitely still strained a bit, but we're going to keep going. Okay, now I can put this PCB back onto the Stealthburner Toolhead. And I need to repin all my fan connectors now to work with it, unfortunately, because they use a different connector. But that can be done. That can be done. I have the power. All right, I'm gonna move the microscope out of the way. Yeah, for less than $100, I think I'm happy with that. And I will continue to use it. I'm sure there are better ones, but I'm not disappointed. I'm not disappointed. The only thing I dislike is the HDMI connection is like a mini HDMI on the actual unit. It's a mini HDMI connection up here and a USB-C for power input, but it did come with the power brick and a cable, so could be worse. And it did come with the HDMI, mini HDMI cable, so. How many amps is your fan? Good question. Let me do the math real quick, because off the top of my head, I can't do that right now. I'm going to cheat and use an amperage calculator because I can't do math right now. I'm really brain foggy. 0.13 amp. So I think we're fine. If it's a 1 amp fuse and we've got, what? What did I say? 2 ohms of resistance? Is it Gene or Gene? It depends. The answer to that question is both. The cat Gene who's under the bench right now is Jean. The mascot, the character of Gene that like my Death Racer has on it, that is Gene, Gene. So it's both. But yeah, my fan is 5 volt, 0.65 watt, which is 0.13 amp, and then add 2 ohms of resistance. So what's 2 ohms of resistance going to draw? Five volt, 0.65. If I bump that to 40, yeah. Yeah, fairly negligible difference. Jean is in Jean Grey from the X-Men, if I remember correct. You are correct. Her name is Jean Grey. Yes, so she is like Jean from the X-Men. I forgot about Jean. Yes, the character is Gene. Yes. So yeah, I think we're going to be plenty fine. We have a lot of headroom on amperage when it comes to the fan. So there's also Gene and Jean from Umbrella Academy. I haven't watched the final season yet. I heard disappointing things. I love that show, but I haven't watched the final season yet. I was just this week while I was sick, I finally made some time to start watching X-Men 97. First I had a chance to do that. But yeah. 15 minutes to the next giveaway drawing. Okay, I got the PCB mounted back on here. You know what? I'd still have some soldering to do. I need to desolder this end stop switch. Or do I? I don't think I do. Maybe I don't. I have the end stop switch on my original carriage here. And I was quite enjoying. Why are you looking at the ceiling? 1 second, let me fix this camera real quick. It got lost. I think it was trying to track me and it lost track of me. Okay. Yeah, it's tracking right now. It got stuck on tracking. Okay, let's not do that. Let's look down at the workbench. So on this carriage here, I've got an end stop switch, but I need to get off of here. Because it's going to go on to the... That's easy. Wire cutters. Yes, that is an easy way to desolder this, but I need to change the end is the thing. So I don't need a Pico blade connector on here anymore. Some time ago, a while back, a friend started suspecting some fan companies bin same fans as different voltages. So some are 12 volt, 5 volt, while some are 24 volt that didn't meet 24 volt spec. Oh, we're 24 volt. Okay, I get the concept. You know, I guess that could make sense, Brian. That could make sense. I mean, it is a Sunon fan, so that same fan, like, construction is available in multiple different voltages. You can get that same fan in freaking 5 volt, 12 volt, 24 volt, whatever. Okay, so here's my end stop switch I need. I needed to replace the connector on the end of it. I don't know what the new connector is just yet. There's also a question of whether or not it's a genuine fan. Let me try and adjust freaking autofocus. Let me see if I can manually focus this a little better. Yeah, that's a little better. Okay, so oh, end stop switch here. My X end stop is going to go on to the new carriage. I can pull off this PCB clicky setup that I won't be using anymore, of course. God, these, I didn't even put this heat press insert in here well enough. It's like, not, it's protruding. Amateur hour for my first 2.4 build. I just realized that the machine running sounds like it might be skipping. 1 second. Uh-oh. It is. Oh, no. No. One second. I gotta... Dang it. Dang it. I can't show you. I got to pull it off the bed to show you. I don't know why this just happened, but I think I have a clog on this machine as I kicked over something. I think I had a heat creep clog or something. Not hot. Sorry you folks can't see what I'm seeing. Ugh. Dang it. That sucks. For multiple reasons, this sucks. For multiple reasons, this sucks, because this is like 18 hours into a 24-hour print. The blanket's in the way. Yes, the blanket is in the way. And it jammed up for some reason. I don't know why. Hot end jammed up. Thought it was a Linus head for a moment. Nope. He really needs to blow his nose. Yes, he does. Wonder how the support's going to come off. We can figure that out real quick. I don't think I needed as much support under the chin as I had. Part cooling was good. The nose could use maybe... the nose needs it looks like, but... Darn it. That sucks. I was also filming a time lapse. That's a waste of $30 of filming. Yep. was also filming a time lapse. What hot end? Can't tell you. Printed to scale, maybe a little big. So, yeah. Dang it. All right. Well. I wonder why that happened. All right. I'll have to investigate. K2, not K2. Nope. Now he needs a really big hat. Nikola Tesla. Yes, that is Tesla. That is Tesla, yes. Did you ever do a Konami? Nope, never done the Konami. I have a couple of them. Never tried it. If you can't say, I would assume something new. I can't say. So, yeah. Damn it, that sucks. That means I have to print that whole thing again. Luckily, I have another kilogram of that filament, but I only have another kilogram of that filament. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Yeah, well, that's a thing for another moment. Print him a top hat. Yeah, top hat could work. Any ideas on getting a bamboo extruder to work better? I just replaced the extruder motor 2 months ago and it's already skipping again. That is strange. I don't know. I don't really necessarily have any experience. I'm gonna ditch my noise suppression now that I don't have a print running in the background. So much for liking and subscribing. Your prints do fail. My prints absolutely do fail. I say in every video it's not a guarantee. I say in every video it's not a guarantee. So, okay. Where are we at here? I can disassemble this carriage. I can get the screws out of it for future use. I have a whole bunch of hardware left over. He said your print's not his. That's a very valid point. I do say that. Mine was skipping and it was the filament. What filament were or are you using? That's definitely a factor. Oh, that's nut is stuck in there. There we go. Multiple filament starts happening 40 minutes into a print. Heat creep? Have you tried replacing your fan? I wonder if you're having a heat creep issue. Tension off on the gears. You kind of sort of can't adjust the tension on the gears. You can, but it's not really meant to be adjusted. How's the next G... Oh, the next G SB mod been performing? I kind of wanted to pull the trigger. I ran the next G in the Stealthburner for months. For many months, many hours. And I was very happy with it. That was with the beta version of it. My new release that I just put out is the updated design. I haven't run it yet because we're rebuilding the machine right now. But I mostly print ASA and ABS with that. I had 1 or 2 heat creep issues on the beta version with PLA. That said, that was why they didn't release the beta version and they changed it for the release version, was because of heat creep issues. So supposedly this new version works better. The biggest thing I can say is the next G UHF flows really well. It flows very similar to the Rapido UHF. It flows very similar to the Rapido UHF in a smaller footprint because it fits within the standard Stealthburner housing. You don't need a longer Stealthburner. So I very much like it. I can't necessarily say it's for everybody, but I quite like it. If you're printing higher temperature materials, it's definitely a good option. Okay. Oh, that reminds me. I also wanted to order... I need to order filament for the... Is new mount for the next G released? Yes, I did release it. there it is. There's a link. I did release it this week. Never click with the next G. I can understand. I wish the Tai Chi got more love. I never had any luck with the Tai Chi. I tried like hell, and I just never got the Tai Chi to work worth a damn. The Tai Chi was the very first hot end that Fata sent to me. Very first one. Daredockel ran a short Orca flow test on the next G with cheap PLA at 220C. 40 millimeters cubed versus 36 I got on the Rapido 2 UHF, and I think my new bottleneck is the CW2. I agree with that. I think the CW2 is probably a limiting factor for you. I will say when I moved to the, I thought that too with mine, so that's when I went to the Galileo 2. The Galileo 2, I honestly lost like 1 or 2 millimeters cubic. So that's not really pushing that much more, but I'm happy with the extrusion consistency from the Galileo 2, so I'm just sticking with it. So Daredockel, the second person here to test, got 40. I've hit 40 on ASA. I've definitely hit 40 millimeters cubed ASA out of this thing. Steve, welcome in. Hello. I run it more like 30 to 35 on a regular basis for like a really safe level. But yeah, G2E is all about consistency. Yeah. We are 2 minutes away from the second drawing of the giveaway. So 2 minutes away from second drawing. All right, I want to grab filament for, we were talking earlier about filament for my, so what do you think, Camaro or Barracuda? I think Camaro, Steve. I think you're right. The backside of the window, the rear window opening, Barracuda, you think? I think the front fender and the back of the roof both look a little more Camaro to me. But I could be wrong. Where is it? 3D sets. '71 Barracuda. I get that. Let's look. For anybody who doesn't know what we're talking about, we can kind of see it on screen here. 3D sets is teasing our next car. See, I think this front headlight section here, a Barracuda is very snub right here. Now, it could be the like way that the rag is hanging off of it, but I think a Camaro has ever so slightly more shape to this front. I've done a Cuda. I've done a 71 Cuda, and this is a lot stubbier. But then I guess, yeah, the back window might be a little more Barracuda shape. It's so close. I think it looks Camaro to me. I think it looks Camaro. This fender line here looks Camaro. Looks like a car to me. Yeah. I don't know. We're going to find out. We're going to find out. So, if it's a Cuda, I'm not building it. If it's a Camaro, maybe I'll build it. Challenger, hips look Camaro. Camaro, yeah. I forgot. I want to grab some Galaxy Red ASA for one of the next builds that's coming up. I want a Galaxy Red ASA for, and Camaro's more pop culture aware, so that leans me to think that does make sense to me as well, Steve. That would make a little more sense. Though I do know, like the Reaper, the engine says 426 in it. It's not styled after a Hemi, but it does say Hemi. Basically, it doesn't, but it does. So I don't know. They're European. What do they know? Anyway, I need some Galaxy Red ASA for my VZBot build. I'm going to use Galaxy Red for the VZBot, I think. I've held off on building a red machine this long, but I think I'm going to give in and do red on the VZBot. It's a hot rod. It's got to be red, right? I hate red, but Galaxy Red's awesome. Use it on the Phoenix. Cool. Yeah, I think I'm going to use that. Maybe Galaxy Black and Galaxy Red on the VZBot. Give it a little sparkle. Traditional VZBot colors, yeah. I was always anti-Voron. Like, I never wanted to build a Voron to traditional colors spec. But, oh, forgot about that. Error. But yeah. Red and hot rod, got to print the CPAP muffler. It looks like a carb. All right. I definitely need a CPAP muffler anyway. I'm going to be polling folks for VZBot mod recommendations. So I don't have time to like dive in hardcore on figuring out stuff, but okay. Where are we at? What should we do next? Oh, there's the lights. Okay, there's separate power. There's a separate power connection for the lights on the microscope. 235, Steve. I'm building a 235 VZBot. I'm building a 235 VZBot. Oh, we are 2 minutes past British New Year. You are right. We're 3 minutes past now. British New Year. Happy New Year to you all in the UK. Happy 2025, which means it's time for the second giveaway drawing. So, let me get to our results real quick. Our responses to the giveaway entries. How about... One second. I'm going to delete the old ones. Whatever. I'm going to temporarily delete these ones. Boop. Okay. YouTube channel name. I'm going to sort by this. Sorry, I just got to sort this real quick so I can double check for multiple entries. Delete those. So I can just make this fair. Got to manually go through here. Almost there. Only a few of you looks like you did it twice, which I understand. I was going from one giveaway to the next. I get that. Not blaming anybody. Okay, cool. All right, names grabbed. We'll go to the wheel of names. Blah, blah, blah. Drop these in. All right. Okay. VZBot needs to be a lot more tuning, but people either have no issues, a perfect machine, or ones that need tinkering. Yeah. Awesome. Biggest pain point for me is the Z end stop. Still needs to change it on mine for something else. Okay. I'll definitely look at that. Love my VZ330. Built mine from Tronxy. Yeah. They asked if I wanted a 330 or a 235. I originally said the 330, but then I went back and I said, no, wait, I want a 235 because I realized that like everything I have is a 300. My Trident's a 300. The next 2.4s I'm building are 300s. The 2.4 I have right now is a 300. I'm like, I need something, I need 235. I think a 235 will be a good day-to-day printer. And also, if I'm going to build a VZBot, I just want to go fast. And smaller, faster. So, I wish there were more 2.4 250 kits. Yeah, I really wanted my Trident to be a 250. LDO sent me a 300. I wanted a 250, but they sent me a 300. So, I wasn't going to look a gift horse in the mouth. Okay. Hey guys, Sid Heresy is about to solder some caps if you want to see a pro do it. Cool. Okay. Okay. We need a shuffle. Let's see. Between 1 and 12 this time. Give me a number between 1 and 12. 4, 19, 9, 12, 12. Okay, we got two 12s. We're going 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And let me put this to the side and spin. This is for the Fadus Opus 2 extruder. I don't know how to pronounce that. That's how I pronounce it. Opus. I don't know what it's supposed to stand for. Totally not Dark Third Dimension again. Dark Third Dimension. I didn't miss that. I'm going to spin again. I'm going to spin again. I didn't get that because it didn't come up when I filtered by name. Gray Ghost Jojo. Gray Ghost Jojo, you are our winner. Dark Third Dimension, I'll take care of you. Hit me up. We'll figure something out. But Gray Ghost Jojo, hit me up. You do have a choice between either the Opus 2 extruder or the silicon carbide nozzle for a Creality K1 or E3V3. Your call which one you want. I would imagine the Opus 2 extruder is a little more universally welcome to folks, but maybe you need a nozzle for your machine. Don't know. So let me know which one you would like, and I will drop you an email. In fact, I'm going to grab your email right now just so I don't miss it. All right, cool. Great. There we go. All right, grab your email real quick just so I have it set up to email you. I'll email you after stream, but if you could let me know which one you want now, that would be great. Oh, shouldn't stream that. Yeah, you're right. Hey, sorry. I will cut that out. I'm sorry, folks. Totally didn't realize I was still on the same frickin' screen. Sorry. As I'm opening my email too, which not that there's anything really in my email, but still. Extruder, please. Cool. Extruder is yours. All right. I will snip that out after the VOD goes live. Thank you for pointing that out. Super secret email from Creality. No. I haven't spoken to Creality in 6 months. So. Shows you're human after all. I think the soldering earlier showed I'm human. Okay, cool. I got your email saved set there so I can email you after stream. Thought my unread count was bad. Oh no, my unread count is very, very bad. The lead is taking effect, yeah. Okay. All right. So we got that soldering done. I thought that would honestly take longer, but it did. So what do we move on to next? We got to get the... I guess we can start getting toolhead stuff mounted to the machine. I'm going to pull the machine up. I'll pull the machine up. We can start getting some stuff mounted up to it. Cool. I'm gonna. You're not gonna be able to see this anyway, I don't think. Time for actual rebuild time? What a strange concept, huh? If we get a bunch of junk email, you owe us filament. Fair. Fair. Okay, let me see if I can get a perspective on this with the other camera. I'm not agreeing to that, but I do think it's a fair concept. Okay. So here is the printed part on the backside of my Vitali carriage. Yeah, I'm using a Vitali carriage on this. So on the backside of this Vitali carriage, I've got a printed mount here for my end stop switch. There is not really a provision on this carriage for an end stop switch. Do you have 84,000 NRUD emails? Yeah, sounds about right. Sounds about right. Well, also, when my Gmail opens, it opens to my, like, junk email. Oh, no, it's 95,000. 84,000 unread, 95,000 emails. It's my, like, my catch-all junk email that opens automatically. So, okay, so this end stop switch has got to go back here. You made me pour another drink with that announcement. Yeah. I haven't seen the video yet. Did you finish the Hot Rod Trident? No. Since the move, I haven't had time for the Hot Rod Trident. that's part of why I want to get this done so badly, is so we can get back to the trident. So we will be back onto the trident probably right after this. So once this gets done, we'll be back. That creator life, yeah. Especially this week. I signed up to go to CES. I was supposed to go to CES, and my email has absolutely been inundated with garbage email. Like, come check out our new AI beauty product at CES this week. I'm not going now, unfortunately, but I was going to go, and oh boy. Do you have any printers for ants? I feel like you'd like a Micron or a salad fork. I really, really want to build a salad fork very badly. I very badly want to build a salad fork, but I don't have one. And I'm waiting for a 180 kit to build one. Nobody has a 180 kit. Using some self-tapping, self-threading screws to thread this in. Nobody has a 180 sized Micron, or like a salad fork kit. They have Micron, not salad fork. I had spoken to a few folks who said they were coming out with them in 2024, and they haven't yet. So I guess 2025 is where we're going to get them. But yeah, I want to build a salad fork, but I want a 180. Could you not Milo a salad fork pretty easily? I mean, I guess. I'm working on a Micron 180 right as soon as I find fastener kit West 3D sent. Yeah. I don't want to self-source is the problem. I'm over self-sourcing. I've got way too many projects in the works, you know? I don't have time to self-source. So whenever somebody comes out with a 180 kit, I'll build one. I was told it'd be like October. October has clearly come and gone. So, okay, let's check if our end stop switch is here. I'll make sure it's hitting. Oh yeah, it's hitting perfectly on the little stop tab. This little stop tab sticks down, so. I don't see the pride in self-source unless your sourcing components is your kink. Yeah. To clear that up, I meant like a CNC and actual salad fork. Ha ha ha. I bought the frame and rails to build a Y custom Micron in a I love my V0 but never use them. See, I love my V0s and I do use them. I haven't since the move because I just haven't had time to get them back and set up again, which is a part of all of this. It keeps. Are you folks seeing that? My camera just like flickered for a second. Are you seeing that? Okay. Why is that happening? I'm gonna check the HDMI connection real quick. I wanna make sure it's not my camera doing that. Don't. Behave. Behave. I think it was a flaky cable connection. It seems fine now. Okay, I just unplugged and replugged the HDMI connection. It seems okay. Cool. All right, zip ties. Grab a couple zip ties. So, I remixed this mount for this end stop switch to have a zip tie point on it. But yeah, I love my my V0s, and I do make use of them. But I think 180 is a better sweet spot of a size, and I would really, really like to build one. So I should really reach out to the folks who said they had them in the works again and say, hey, where's an update on that? Where you at with that? We behave whether it's good or bad or not is another question. Fair, fair, fair. Okay. So I also need to get the beacon on here. So beacon as well. Where'd I put the beacon standoffs? There they are. Standoffs for the beacon. And a beacon probe. Unfortunately, I ordered the wrong beacon probe for this. It'll be fine. It'll work. I'm 99% sure, but I just want to check my prints here so I know what size screws I need. I accidentally ordered the low profile beacon. And so the connector faces back, which is not what I intended to do. Let me see if I can move this up and get a better perspective on this. I have to look like this to see what I'm doing here. Okay. Focus. Sorry, just trying to adjust focus on this camera. It's a digital slider, so it's a little weird. Okay. Beacon probe. Did you ever finish that Nevermore you're putting on the Hot Rod Trident? No, I haven't. I haven't, and I want to revisit that and see if they've done any updates, because I really wasn't particularly happy with the design of that. So I do want to see if there's any updates there. So you have a manual gimbal on that camera. Yeah, this is actually this is a webcam. This is the Tail Air webcam that I featured previously, which has its own PTZ, pan tilt zoom. So any reason for the physical end stop or over sensorless? I hate sensorless. I don't like sensorless. I do not find sensorless repeatable enough for my liking. I don't feel that sensorless is repeatable enough for my liking, and as such, I don't use it. Because I have had many times on this machine, I've had numerous times on this machine where I've run into instances in the middle of a print for whatever reason. I can't remember the exact instances, but I have had times where I've had to home X and Y in the middle of a print and restart, such as like doing salvaging a print where, like, you know, if it, like that head that I showed, if I was to slice that head and like try and reprint on top of that, which is a doable thing and I have done on this machine numerous times, I still need to home X and Y. And if I don't have a repeatable, reliable point to have that happen at, it's not going to work. And if it's even, you know, 0.5 millimeter off in sensorless homing, it's not going to work. So I don't care for it. Sensorless is not for me. All right, these screws that came with this beacon are too long, so I need to find a couple others. Girl, same, sensorless is a pain. Yeah, not a fan. Not a fan. All right, grab some screws here. .14s might do it. Looks like 14s might be a good size. Sensorless is only accurate to the nearest full step anyway. That makes sense. Yeah. Not microstep, but step. Yeah. I only use sensorless on my V0. Yeah, I will use sensorless on my Zero when I do the update on it, but not... Looks like 16 might be a better bet on this. I think 16 might be a better bet. Isn't sensorless a controlled crash? I mean, sort of. The only place I find sensorless reliable is Persia. Persia really has sensorless dialed in. But that's all. Every other instance, I'm just like, nope, no thank you. And really, if they gave me the option of an end stop switch on a Persia, I'd still take it. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, a little bit of Loctite on this. Marlin does a sensorless a lot better than Clipper. Well, that makes sense. I mean, Persia isn't Marlin anymore, but it's at least started in Marlin roots. controlled crash could describe a plane landing too, and that hasn't been working out very well. It's probably too soon for that joke, but okay. Still pretty close, but no longer fully Marlin. I think they said they have fully divested from Marlin code at this point. I think they said with the buddy boards, with the buddy boards, they are now like fully their own code. Yeah, I think I have an interference issue on this printed part. I'm worried about that. I designed like these standoffs for this, and I think I didn't account for the end stop mount. All right. Maybe. It looks like I just need to trim this. Sounds like you need a guide dog. Okay. Snip this a little bit. All right. Now I should be able to get this in here. Okay. Still hitting. God damn it. Sorry. I knew this when I designed this little standoff piece for the beacon, but I should have checked it against the end stop mount, and I didn't. My bad. So I'm just snipping it. Make a little clearance. Clearance. Okay. Now let's try this again. Might be mindful when homing Y, it can hit the Z drag chain. I won't have a Z drag chain. That's where I want to check the low profile. That's actually the next thing I was about to do, is kind of plug the cable in and just check it. So thank you for saying that. That is the next thing I'm going to do. I accidentally ordered the low profile. I didn't mean to, but here we are. I'm just going to make use of it if I can. I don't really have another use for a low profile at the moment. So, all right, I'm going to stick this through here, plug in the connection. Boom. I'll just feed this up through here. And yeah, I won't be running I was captain of a ship at one point. So I won't be running a drag chain. So, in fact, eyeballing it, where it's mounting, it's not sticking past my extrusion. So, I'm doing Z umbilical as well. I am doing Z umbilical. That is what I'm going with. So I'm replacing the Z chain with a Z umbilical. So, boop. It'll be underneath the extrusion here will be the Z umbilical mount, like that. So yeah, it looks like, also looking at it, this connector where the beacon mounts on the Vitali carriage, it's forward of the extrusion, so I am good to run this. I don't need to worry about getting another one or stealing another one from another project, which is good. That'll work on the VZ-bot. Okay. I don't know what probe. I wonder what probe the Mellow kit comes with. I don't know. Well, maybe I'll switch this with another one. Who knows? This is a fairly easy thing to change. Where do you find that umbilical mount? That umbilical mount. Why did I lose this camera? It comes with a cartographer. Boo. This camera stopped working. Why? Sorry. For some reason this camera's playing up. There we go. Looks like you're pondering. Yes, I was. Probably none, just end stop. Okay. Thanks, Steve. That makes sense. Let's look. That Z umbilical is from Heart K. That Z umbilical is Heart K. Heart K, Z umbilical. Ba, ba, ba. Dropping it in chat. Boop. Dropping it in chat. So that is from, I'd be worried the Z umbilical would come forward into the build area. Well, your build area is a good 40 plus millimeters forward of that. And the only point where it'll really have a chance to do that is when it's all the way down, which it'll kind of get stuck between the extrusion and the backside of the bed area. You've also got like 50, 60 millimeters to the actual build volume. It's not going to happen. I don't foresee that being a problem, but yeah, but I do not foresee that being a problem. Let me show the image of what it's supposed to look like. So it goes underneath the extrusion and then underneath and at the back extrusion. This is a micron, but same concept. What about the tool head catching it? The tool head is a good 40, 50 millimeters ahead of that. The reason I'm going to this is because the tool head did catch the Z chain on a regular basis. Mounts exactly where I have my chamber heater. Yeah, I won't be using this on my heated chamber build because that's where the chamber heater is going as well. But for this build, I'm using it. Yeah. Unfortunately for that one, I'm going to have to go through the back side of the machine. I don't love that, but I will. But yeah. Yeah, my umbilical caught constantly on my Z chain previously. So that's why I'm going to this. I don't know. Maybe it will catch. Maybe it will be issues. Don't know. Haven't run it yet, but I think it's going to be okay. That's why the Micron R1 moves the extrusion forward and drag chain behind it. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, unfortunately, 2.4 doesn't do that. So, okay, so we got beacon in. We got the end stop switch in. Double check that these beacon screws are tight. That's going to work. I have a little shield adapted from an early Phoenix dev that ensures the Z umbilical won't fall forward. That's a good idea. I could always do that. I could put a little tab off the back of this or something. As you're staring at my face, let's look down. It's the only problem. I have to move this camera. I could run like a little shield coming off the front of this. I do have at least one screw in here to kind of guide it a little bit. So maybe I will do that. If it becomes an issue, I can always do that. Okay, so beacon probe is mounted, end stop switch is mounted. So next up is the hot end toolhead setup. The Tolly carriage on there. And then here's my end stop wires just traveling up through here. I'm gonna leave them there for the moment. I gotta put a couple of screws in here for this. Not 100% which screws are supposed to be in there. Let's see what length screws I can use in there real quick. Where's my screwdriver? Where did I just put it? Where's my screwdriver bit? There it is. All right, I want to check the depth of these screws. These screw holes. I'm just going to use a screw that I can tighten in there to check it. So I don't know how deep they are. Well, they're at least that deep. At least this deep, which is, looks like 8 millimeters. 10 millimeters? Nope, 8 millimeters. Okay, at least 8 millimeter deep. And how thick are these tabs? I forget. 5, 4, 3. 3 millimeters deep, so 10 or 12 will do. Let's go with 12s. I'd rather have a little more thread in there. No. We'll go with 10s. I don't want to push it. I don't want to push it too much. Put a little dab of Loctite on these. Little dab will do of Loctite. We got stainless going into aluminum, so if nothing else, Loctite will be a barrier to the dissimilar metals. Realistically, I should probably use some freaking anti-seize, but here we are. Loctite will have a similar effect, though not quite as effective. All right, and now my hot end setup can go up on there. And then I can tighten those screws. Let me see if I got my like long boys to go through there. Like put some screws through here. No. I don't know where my Stealthburner screws are. Looking for a longer Stealthburner screw so I can stick them through there and just make sure everything's lining up the way it's supposed to be lining up. I thought I had all my screws right here from the disassembly. I'm not seeing any extra long ones. Anybody remember offhand what the lower Stealthburner screws are? They're like 50 millimeter, aren't they? Yeah, that's 40 mils. Where are my 50s? Are you over here? Nope. Oh, wait. They might be here. There's one. I don't know why I have one over here. 50 mil. Okay. Yeah. Thought so. Hey, here's one 50 mil. I don't know where the other one is. Well, I just need to make sure that, I just want to make sure that these threads are lining up in this lower portion while I tighten these top ones. So that's all I really need. So I would like to know where the other one is. I'll have to find it. And where did I just put my 2mm hex wrench? I used it on the beacon. Is it under the machine? I don't see it. Nope, it's on my mouse pad. On my mouse pad. Okay. Now, tighten. Cool. All right. Cool. There is our new Next G mounting. There's enough space here. I wonder where I should feed up through my... I think I gotta feed this up through this point. The end stop switch up through where my hot end wiring is coming through. But clear of the heat source. Come on. You can get up through there. You can do it. I believe in you. I see you. You're peeking. Go, go, go. Grab a pair of pliers and stick this through here a little bit. Try and grab the wires. Should have fed that through sooner. Trying to get the end stop wires up through where the hot end wires come through. There we go. There we go. Bedtime. Thank you for stopping by, Carrie. Always appreciate it. Probably win the next draw. Yeah. Well, you don't even have a K1, do you? Okay. So there's all of our wires coming up through. We've now got end stop switch, thermistor, and heater circuit. So Have an Ender 3v3. All right. Now, Mike has one. Mike has one. Just take a quick look, see if there wasn't anything else I could throw in here. Spice it up so folks have a choice, maybe. I don't know. Nothing else is jumping out at me that I don't have a potential use for. I mean, there's plenty of things I probably don't need, but here we are. Buying an Anycubic S1 tomorrow. Yeah, I've been seeing this thing. Anycubic's another one who lost my number, so could use it to trade with somebody else. You're right. You can always trade up. You can always trade up. When is the next draw? We are 20 minutes away from the next draw, the last draw of the stream. Okay, so that is mounted up there. So next is, where's my extruder? Where did I put my extruder? It is here, somewhere. Ah, here it is. It is next to me here. Extruder assembly. So. This gets mounted here. I forget what size screws this gets now. I keep forgetting Anycubic makes FDM printers. Yeah. They've actually been making some interesting changes as of late. 30.5, 5.2. So it looks like 25 to 28 will do. I guess 30 mil screws will do. 30 mil screws. Look about right. Let me stick some through here. $30 mils. Okay, cool. I got it right by guessing. All right. Cool. Those are stuck through there, but now I need to figure out I got to figure out my Bowden tube length. Forgetting about that. Let me check if I might need to tweak my Bowden tube that was in here. My little piece of Capricorn tube that I had in here, I might need to tweak. So I want to double check that real quick. Little burr on this. Where's which toolhead board did you install? This is I'm going to be running the Big Tree Tech SB2209 USB version, Sean. The USB version of a 2209. I was running the CAN board before. CAN version of a 2209, but I want to try the USB version, and also I want to use the connection for my beacon probe. Which actually, now that I think about that, I probably need to feed the beacon wire through here somehow. That's going to be a tight fit. How am I going to do that? There's not room to come up through here with the beacon wire. I could come through here, but that's ugly. Remember to double check the wires when connecting the beacon to the board. Yes, thank you. I will definitely double check. Also, I need to look at grounding the board. It seems like there's some grounding issues on these things, so I might need to ground it. Can I feed this through here? I might need to take this front housing apart, disconnect the connector. Yeah, I could depin it. I don't really feel like depinning it, but I can. I will. Hey, here's a tip for you folks. Before you depin a connector, pull out your smartphone you already have in your pocket and take a picture of the wire orientation so you know which orientation it is to pin it again. A very quick way to know without having to look at any diagrams or anything. If you're going to depin a connector, take a quick picture with your phone and it'll save you a whole lot of trouble in the end. Come on. the grounding is to make less noise on the board. Data transmission. I'm still using the pin set EMI. First beacon, the wire was pinned wrong. Yeah, I remember you mentioned that. I do remember you mentioned that, so I will pay attention to exactly how I'm pinning this out, and I'll definitely pay attention to the schematic and make sure I'm pinning it properly. But I don't know. They just, some people have made a big point, and they do make a point in the instructions about grounding the extruder motor to a USB port on this thing, whether it's for data transmission noise issues or what. I don't 100% know, but seems like, well, it must be noise. It's got to be noise, but yeah, I will be making a point of paying attention to these connections for sure. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. And last terminal. All right. Now I can feed that through there a little easier. You head on through there. Now, I'm going to grab that. All right, I gotta grab a pair of pliers, so I can grab these wires. Try and grab these wires. You know what I should probably do? I also made a small wire loom to connect the beacon to the EBB. Yeah, I really should just make a new wire for this. That's what I should do. But I don't have a spare one of these connectors. I should realistically strip this insulation off of here. Actually, as I'm saying that, I should really cut this cable, and it'll be easier to feed it back the other way, probably, the way I just did with the end stop switch. Picked up a switch wire on sale, $3.75 after a gift card was too good to pass up. Cool. I want me to leave plenty of wire length, but I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to cut this quick. From there to here. And I'm going to leave plenty of wire length, but I'm going to cut this. And mistake made in one. Regretting it? Maybe. Who knows? We'll find out. It's going to be easier to feed this sleeved cable through here. Or this silicone braided nonsense. Yeah, there we go. That was better. I didn't have to depin that connector at all. Oh well. But I might remove that insulation later. So I can pull that picture back up that I just took. I also recommend something keep the wire how it is and make a new one. I have extra ones of these. I do have another one of these wires somewhere. So I could do that, but I already cut it. So I should have wrote faster. Yeah, well, I'm going to find out. If it doesn't work through this, if it doesn't work through the EBB, I'm going to be more than slightly annoyed. To say the least, and maybe finding a different alternative, because I kind of refuse to run another wire back. Okay, looking at my pinout here now, I can put this back together. One in. Now I just have to remember the perspective that I'm looking at this. It works just the first time booting it. You need to find it. Doing the normal L sub stuff to find like to find the ID. That's what you mean? Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll find out. Time to head to bed. Almost 1 a.m. here. Thanks for stopping by, Dom. Happy New Year. Thank you for stopping by, Dom. Okay. And I'm definitely not going to wire all of these connections on stream. Sorry. but just like super fiddly little wiring things, there's like no chance I'm going to be able to film them well on stream. So I'm going to probably, after this, go eat dinner and then like maybe work on this later. But for the moment, okay, I repinned that connector so I can plug it back into the board to the beacon bacon. Cool. Ooh, I could use that same, I didn't even intend it, but the mount, the zip tie point, better to do without distractions. That's the biggest thing is the way that I wire things, I take a long time because I wire them, unwire them, wire them, unwire them to like get things how I want them. And it's just a really boring and slow process. I'm gonna cut the zip tie that I put in earlier because I can use that same zip tie that's holding the wires for the end stop to hold the wire for the beacon. I'm seeing now. I didn't intend it, but I'm not gonna be mad about using it that way. All right. Push this through here a little bit. Cool. Make sure I don't have this hanging down any. And cut. Okay, cool. Us a distraction? Never. Yeah, not UFO. Why does that keep happening? For some reason the second angle just keeps hating. Oh, I lost it entirely now. Okay. So this is the only camera I have right now for some reason. Don't know why. Okay. Let me disconnect and reconnect this real quick. Turning into an Uncle Jesse stream? Well, does he have problems like that? I honestly don't know the last time I watched one of his streams. Just double check my connections here. USB connection, unplug, replug, connect. Oh, I heard a connection noise. I think it probably just kicked back up. USB device not recognized. All kinds of hassle issues last week. Lovely. Sorry, I'm just going to try and check this real quick. Still nothing. Well, all right. We only got one camera for the rest of the stream, and it's this one. It's the much more affordable PTZ camera that is being reliable. Things I would not have expected. I wonder if my frickin' HDMI switcher's not on its way out. Because it is not happy at the moment. For whatever reason. Nope, looks like it just rebooted. Nah, it is just not working. I think my switcher might be dying. Lovely. This thing's only a couple $100. Did you forget to charge it? It's plugged in. It's a constant plugged in, which honestly is probably part of the problem. Something I despise about that thing is there's no off switch. My HDMI switcher has no off switch and it is on 24/7. And it's just how it is. Like the cable for it is a locking, like a screw-in locking barrel jack. So you like literally can't unplug it well. Yeah. Okay. All right. I got those in there. Now I can put the extruder on. Now I can put my extruder on. With those 30 mil screws, I will put a little dab of Loctite on both of those. Ah, God damn it. Sorry. One, I'm cursing too much this stream. Two, I forgot to check my Bowden tube, my little in-between section of Bowden tube here to check. I think it might be too long for this new design. Yeah, I think it's too long here, but I'm going to check. That is way too long, I'm fairly sure. Whew, it's so long. Luckily, it looks like there's going to be plenty left to cut. Okay. So it's only 7.2 millimeters deep. Smart plug in front of the HDMI switch. Yep, that could work. I just haven't. It's just how it has been forever. I haven't bothered to this point. 25 millimeters deep. I forgot that the Galileo is pretty deep. So 25 plus 7 plus the distance between the two. This is 40. It might work. I don't think it's gonna, but it might. We're gonna find out in a second. I think it's gonna be too tall. Anybody know how long the bamboo sale is going for? I'm pretty sure it's only for another day or two. I want to say it ends very soon. Oh, actually, that's pretty good. So I kind of lucked into it being the same length, it seems. That feels good. It feels like it's... I like, personally, the Bowden tube in between the little length of Bowden tube between the hot end and the extruder. I like pressure on it, and it feels like it's right there. I like it to be just a little pressure, so it's not loose. So it's seated tightly at both ends is what I mean. Okay. Yeah, it feels like there's just a good amount of pressure on this now. So I guess I got lucky that my existing one is already good. You could get real fancy and use a relay. I'm not doing that. I could. I mean, it's all a freaking smart switch really is, but I'm not doing that. Okay. Make my own freaking fancy schmancy smart switch. Okay. Extruder is mounted. Make sure the screws are just peeking through there, but that's fine. Wire clearance to my extruder motor here. My extruder ended up with this wire poking to the side where I ended up, this loomed wire I put on here. So, got the PG7 mount on. All right. God, it feels solid. With that CNC carriage, it feels so nice. All on the same strip. Yeah, I do have one power strip that it's plugged into is my bench power strip, so it is a PDU switch. I could power it off there. I should probably just power cycle it. Will I lose power to anything else? I don't think so if I do that. We'll see if I lose the stream here. Power cycled. Oh. Okay, so I've got my hot end set up on here. I've got the beacon installed on there. I've got my end stop switch for my x-axis. I've got my extruder, Galileo 2 extruder installed. Now I've just got to wire up. I did also remix this, this door for this is a fan door. So I now have a 25 millimeter by 7 millimeter fan to cool my main board in here. I was running pretty hot on my last one, so I think I wanted to put a fan on it anyway, so I'm gonna run a fan right off the bat on this one, on the USB version. And where are we at time-wise? 4 minutes away from the last draw. And I think when we hit that, we're probably gonna wrap it up. Let me see if my other switcher came back yet. I don't think it did. I don't think it did, but I'm gonna check. It did. Power cycling worked. Have you tried turning it off and on again? What exactly did I enter to win? The last item we're giving away is a nozzle for a Creality K1 Ender 3 V3. It's a silicon carbide nozzle from Fadis. It's one of their like end coat silicon carbide nozzles. So I thought I had an extruder one as well, but I don't, unfortunately. So, yep. And yeah, all right. I think we are about as set up as we're going to be on this stream for this whole configuration. I've got to wire my heater circuit. I've got to wire up my end stop switch, my beacon probe, and yeah. So, and I will do that off stream. Unfortunately, time allowance, I think that's just going to make sense. Need that in a V6. Yeah, you know what? Do I have that in a V6? 1 second. 1 second. Right back. Almost done. Yeah, be done in a minute. A few minutes. Yes, I did. I will drop it. Do I have it? Do I have it? Nope. I've got another Opus extruder. I've got a conch hot end, but I need that for, oh, do I? Okay, choice, okay, last second change here, last second change. Last second change here, so switch to this camera. Okay, we got a Creality K1 silicon carbide nozzle for Creality K1, Ender 3 V3, V3 Plus, or the conch hot end. So the same silicon carbide nozzle for bamboo. I will throw this in. You get to pick between one or the other. So 0.4 millimeter bamboo conch, regular conch, not the conch plus. I have a conch plus, but I need to save it for an upcoming project, unfortunately. So regular conch. So it has a silicon carbide nozzle on it. It just doesn't have, the difference between the two is very basic. The silicon carbide nozzle or the coated heat break is really the only difference is the conch plus, to my knowledge. So that can go in a Voron. I can work with that. Yes, it could. It could go in a Voron. So yes. Okay. So yeah, choice of the two of those. So all right. What time is it? 5 o'clock. Just nozzle and heat breaker different. Yeah. Same flow though. Yep. Okay. So means we can draw for the last winner. Silicon carbide is some tough stuff. Yeah, I was running the Nextruder one. I ran the Nextruder one in my Mark IV quite a bit, and it has good flow rate for not being a high flow hot end. Still has solid flow rate, and overall quite happy with it, really. Okay, view in sheets, 200 total entries. Where's that totally not dark third dimension? One double in there, I see. Boop, 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 boop. Double checking. All right, cool. Any restrictions on shipping? No, Nathan, no restrictions on shipping. If you want to get an entry in, I'll ship it. Like, whatever. It's going to suck, but I'll do it. So, last second chance for anybody to get in there on entries. It looks like we have 203 total entries, hand delivery. I mean, if you happen to be in Portland. Okay. Remember to hide the emails. Yeah, I'm gonna wait to move to the wheel till I've got all the names in there. Okay. All right, 206 entries are in. I'm gonna give it 1 Mississippi. Let's give it 10 seconds if I don't get another entry. Oh, we got another entry. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi, 9 Mississippi, 10. Okay, we're doing the draw. Cool. All right, grab all the names here. This has the possibility of taking 3 times as long as mine. Was that, Steve? Okay. Wheel of names. Countdown for entries. Oh. Okay. Oh, dang it. It didn't copy. Let's try this again. Okay, copying names. Why didn't it copy? Copy. Wheel of names. Names, there we go. Okay, names are in. Okay. Now. Wait, no, I wanted to do... We are looking at the list of names. Let's see. Last time we did 12. It's 2025. Let's do it again. Somewhere in the ocean right now, it is 2025. So between 1 to 25. Please pick a number between 1 to 25 and drop it in the chat. And previous winners will be disqualified. So if it happens to pull up one of the previous winners, we will drop out. 21. I see 21 a couple times there. So let's go with 21. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Helps if you actually hit the button. 19, 20, 21. All right. Move it to the side. Click to spin. And our winner is Wade Franklin Wyatt. I'm going to give it 5 minutes. Wade Franklin Wyatt. I do need you to chime in to let me know which nozzle you actually want. The silicone carbide nozzle from Phaetus, either for a bamboo or for a Creality K1. So let me know. And if, let's see, what time is it right now? It is 5:05. So if by 5:10 we don't have Wade chiming in, we will draw again. So Wade Franklin Wyatt, please let me know if you're still here. Because this is a list from like the whole stream, so they may not be here at this point. Wade Franklin Wyatt. Okay, so I've got my extruder on. Realistically, I could put the Stealthburner on here. Will the Wade Franklin Wyatt please stand up? Yeah. So I can put the Stealthburner on here quick. May the real Wade Franklin Wyatt please stand up. Yeah. All right. Stealthburner shroud. I've got to rewire the connections on the fans as well, but here shortly I will have a complete Stealthburner again. Now with beacon, with the release version of the Phaetus, not the Phaetus, well, Phaetus drop effect hot end, and just a rehabbed Galileo 2. So, and the new Stealthburner SB2209 board. So, all right. I think we got a decision made on my, oh, I'm here. Bamboo would be fine. Cool. All right, Wade. Awesome. Congratulations to you. I will quickly get you an email ready to go. And Cool. I'll grab your email here. Great. All right. So we have our winner. Winner, chicky dinner. So bamboo dinner. I'm going to make a quick adjustment here. And okay, so we decided on my VZ-bot is going to be Galaxy Red. We didn't really decide on what my positron build colors are going to be. I need to get with Nomad on that and figure out. I'm thinking pop blue. I'm thinking pop blue still. But I don't know. Last minute opinions on what color my positron build should be for future reference. I'll take this off of here real quick so it's out of my way. Booger green. My Vorons are Galaxy Red and Black. Yeah. I'm going to do Galaxy Red and Galaxy Black on the VZ-bot. Wow, I am so brain foggy. I am not sick. Oh, my God, my camera stopped again. I think that Stream Deck might be, or my, I think my switcher might be on its way out. It just keeps dropping out, and it has not done this, like, ever. Oh, boy. Is it overheating underneath the bench? I don't know. Neon magenta, neon orange, or neon yellow on my positron. Oh, and neon yellow. Neon green black and neon orange black. Ambrosia purple, meteorite something. Yeah, I've got some of that floating around. Do I have the West 3D page open still? I don't think so. Closed it. Silver and purple, totally not because it would match my V0. Yeah. I tried to do something different on each build. That's why I don't really want it to match Galactic Midnight Meteorite. Let's look at West 3D again real quick. Which one is that? Is it a Galaxy? I mean, the Dolos colors are pretty. ASACF, Galaxy Sparkle. Oh, Midnight Meteorite is this. That's a really pretty color. That is a pretty color. Titanium Anno. The Titanium Anno is sick, but is that in? I have a spool of that in PC, I think. I've got a spool of that here somewhere, but it's in PC, I want to say, or the PC ABS blend. Is it? Oh, I forget which it is. Burnt titanium. ASAGF? No. Oh, Titanium Anno. There we are. That is a pretty color. That is a pretty color. But I think I have it. I thought I have it in a. I definitely don't have it in ASA. I thought I have it in a different, in like PC ABS, but I'm not seeing it in PC ABS. Doesn't mean they didn't have it at one point. But I'm pretty sure I have it in PC ABS. I don't know, the spool's up in my office. But, yeah. ASA, the terrestrial blue is cool. Quadra, teal, super blue, eh. The Dolos colors, though, yeah. Titanium Anno, Prince of Purple. Where's the other? Galaxy Sparkles. Is Galactic Planetary Blue. That is pretty. I don't know. So, decisions. I'm not 100% what we're going to go with just yet, but we will figure it out. All right, folks, I think that's where we're going to call it for this one. I think that's where we're going to wrap it up for this stream. So, we got some progress done. We dealt with that oh so wonderful reflow process to get the Stealthburner voltages changed for my fan voltage. Gotta run. All right. Thank you for stopping by, Jeff. Welcome to the future. I will meet you there sometime soon. Request a custom color from Cookie Cad? Yeah, I could. I don't know. I really would like to work with somebody on like a custom color of some kind, but I don't really know what. That's something for the future to think about. But with that, I think it'd be cool to like have like a transition spool. It goes from my teal to my purple. Protopasta, yeah, Protopasta's right here in the neighborhood. So, all right, folks, I'm gonna go hang out with the puppy, hang out with the kids and Ruby, and have some fun. Oh, speaking of which, we showed earlier on stream. Anybody who may or may not be interested, don't know if this is of any interest to you. Let me grab it while I can here. Error. Boop. Sorry. I'm just, I just remembered that I wanted to do this. So I showed earlier in stream, you may not have noticed, but my logo here has changed on this channel because it's changed. Ruby made me this sick new one that I'm very happy with. This one right here. The new Mandic Really logo, kind of a cross between a beaker, not Mandic Really, Mandic Labs. This is the new Mandic Labs logo that Ruby made me for Christmas. So it's a cross between a beaker and a schematic, you know, kind of a capacitor, diode looking. She just mashed together a handful of designs, picked out some elements she liked, and put this together. And I really like it. I'm really happy with it. Ruby is going to be doing a marketing company. She's been working on it for a while. She's starting a marketing company. She's going to be continuing to tattoo, and she's primarily focusing on marketing for tattoo artists, but it's kind of another business she's starting. Now get a tattoo of it from Ruby. That's a solid idea. She's going to be starting a marketing company. So with that, part of that will be things like logo design or whatever. I don't know if anybody's going to have any interest in it, but if you did, she's opening up like a waiting list for the possibility of working with her on a marketing company situation. And why is it not working? What's the link here? I'm just going to pull it up. She's opening a wait list for her marketing company. Need to make it into an LED. Absolutely. I'm going to drop it in chat. If anybody happens to have interest for their company, for a company a friend might know, tattoo artist you might know, hey, Ruby's going to be starting a similar, right along the family vibe. Black Market Labs is going to be her little marketing agency situation she's going to be working with. She's going to be probably looking to help me improve my business as well through this. So we shall see. But I want to drop it in there if anybody's interested in things like that logo or other services related to marketing and such. So social media, etc. So, all right, folks, I'm going to jet. It's time to go spend some time with the family for this wonderful new year, bring in 2025. And then I will probably work tomorrow on wiring up the 2.4, and hopefully on Thursday we will be back to stream and actually make some serious progress on that thing. We shall see. I don't know. Hopefully we can get, I'm trying to think, where can I realistically see myself being? I think there's potential we could get to tomorrow to that thing and actually making some forward progress on it. We shall see. So, all right, folks, I shall see you all in the next one. Thanks for coming around.